Howdy folks, bit far from where I was in the last video. I'm now in northern Tennessee. I've got permission to hunt this farm. It's a family property. The old maps show at least one or two house sites out here. I think there's a chimney column out here somewhere. My sister-in-law said. Got the Cumberland River out there beyond those hills. And there's a Civil War battlefield about 6 miles to the north. I think this is an old house site here. The map's marked Mingewood, 1877. So I'm going to hunt around and see if I can get on one of the house sites. And hopefully pop a coin. Or maybe some Civil War relics if I'm really lucky. I'll keep you posted. I also wanted to show you all this. I've gotten to go hunt about maybe 2 hours or less over the past couple of days. Nothing much great came out except this one item. I didn't film a video because, well, it was just an exploratory hunt and didn't find much, and it was really short. But I did find this. That's a silver thimble. There's no hallmarks on it. There's the size. The inside's empty, but I tested it and it's silver. That's the nicest thimble I've ever found. From what I can read, at least on the Wikipedia page regarding silver hallmarks, the U.S. really didn't start putting in sterling hallmarks until around 1868. So this is probably from about that time period or maybe a bit before. I was pretty stoked with that find. I'm actually really stoked about it. Again, never found a thimble this nice. Yeah, so cool. That was a nice find, and happy to have found it. Let's get to today's hunt. So I talked with one of the property managers, and he said that ways off down the hill past one of his hunting cabins, there were two stone chimneys. I'm gonna go check that out. I was finding some older stuff around the main house there, which I think is period. I think it's Civil War before, but just a lot of modern trash around there. So I'm hoping that I'll get down here around these old chimneys and there won't be much modern stuff around, and give it a go. On the walk over here, I did cross a hillside, and there's a bunch of pottery and iron and glass plowed up, but it looked about mid-1800s to late 1800s. So if this doesn't pan out, I'll give that a go. But I'm gonna flip around here and show you where I'm pretty sure that house site is he's talking about. So I'm pretty sure that house site is on that knoll. Well, get the beeper out and see if we hit any nail clouds. As you can see, we've had quite a bit of rain here recently, and the Cumberland River's up and flooding. But we got another creek here that meets the river, and some nice rolling, low, not flat land, but river bottom ground. That would have been probably the first area to have a house on this property, not way back up in the hills where we were. This area was settled starting around 1780, and I'm hoping that this house was built sometime around that, maybe a little after, and then abandoned around 1900 or a little after that, so we can avoid the modern trash. But I'm going to get on that hillside and check these fields. I'll let you know if we find anything old. So I still haven't made it up there to the knoll I want to detect yet. On the way, started picking up pieces of worked flint and chert. There's lots of little chips in here. Well, actually, apparently there's some older Anglo-American stuff too. That's interesting. I might cut the machine on in here. If nothing else, I might be able to pick up a point or two. Well, thinking around and seeing if we got a nail cloud. So I'm up on that hill knoll now. Still finding little pieces of glass, getting a lot of nail signals. But I'm hoping that's a point. Looks worked. Nope, not a point. But there's still lots of flint and chert laying around. Did dig up a piece of lead and a piece of aluminum. Still getting a lot of nails, so gonna hang in here for a little while. Puttering around, and yeah, that's a decent find. Part of a harmonica reed plate You can see the lines are of different length. And you can even see the rivets where the reeds used to be held on. So you get your different tones on your harmonica. Cool. Still wandering around, still digging some signals. I had some really good ones that turned out to be aluminum. I was kind of disappointed with them, but there's still some Native American stuff tossing around. And these were right in this little area, a little point tip in the center of one. Nothing whole, nothing good. But yeah, tons of flakes and stuff everywhere around here. And of course the Euro-American stuff too. I wouldn't call it colonial, but this is probably a pre-Civil War and antebellum house. Yeah, bits of brass and bobs. Just found a fired musket ball too, and a wick adjuster for a oil lamp. So there's some old stuff in here. Yeah, there's a piece of brick over there. Cool. See what's next. So I just dug up a little D-buckle, and right next to it, I thought I had a coin. It sounded like a coin. I haven't touched it yet. I have a feeling I've got another silver thimble. It may be aluminum. In fact, I'm thinking it is now. It's very light. Yeah, a little thimble. It may be silver. It may be aluminum. I'll have to clean it off and find out. I'll keep you posted. So yeah, I'm fairly certain that's aluminum. It's looking like aluminum. It feels like aluminum. Rang up high though. Rang up like a coin. Oh, still finding household stuff. All right, so I kind of abandoned that other house site way down on that knoll. It was trashy. I didn't find anything terribly old, like nothing that just shouted pre-Civil War. So I'm stopping on that hilltop that I mentioned earlier. Looks like there might have been an old foundation or something there. I just immediately got two brass signals. That's a spoon bowl and a harmonica plate fragment. And as you can see, there's glass and stuff around. So I'm going to stick in here, see what's up. Seems to be a few more signals anyway. I hope I'm not cursing myself by saying that already, but we'll get to it. All right, so I got a decent signal here. It sounds a little coiny. I haven't dug it yet. It doesn't sound deep. That looks like a coin there. I hadn't seen it. That looks like a coin, and that looks like silver. That is a coin, and it is silver. I wonder what it is. Get that cleaned up. Back to you. So I got it cleaned up, and it's a super slick bar recorder. I think she's been in the fire too. That's pretty bad damage. That's beyond plow. That's beyond just wear and tear. But that is a bar recorder. See the stars and part of In God We Trust. But yeah, just sitting on top of the ground. Stick in here and maybe find something that's not been cooked in the fire. But that's nice. Big piece of silver regardless. All right, let's see what's next. All right, so it's been a few hours, and I've taken a long walk. I did a big sweep down there. The Cumberland River's that way, and those other house sites I was at are beyond those trees and the ridge. I was hoping to find something a little earlier. Those house sites were, they were old, they were cool, but they dated from probably after the Civil War up until about the 1920s. They might have even been sharecropper cabins. I don't know. I wanted something a little older, and I started walking. I'm finally starting to hit stuff. Dug a little musket ball about 20 yards away, and it was fired there, so not a big deal. But started seeing pottery and brick fragments, a little rolled piece of lead. And I just found this. I don't know what it is yet. I haven't flipped it up. It's probably a flat button. That's what it's ringing like. Yeah, it's a flat button. But that's the early stuff. That's what we're after. So I don't know if this was a pioneer's cabin. You know, we are in northern Tennessee near the Cumberland River. It's kind of ephemeral, but I'm going to stick in here because if I find a coin, it'll be nice. And there's a good chance of some buttons or maybe even some Civil War stuff. Although this may have been long gone by the Civil War. I'm going to stick in here and see what pops. So just a few feet away, found another flat button, little tiny one. Cool. See if we can get a coin or something. Still hitting the early stuff. Getting quite a few signals in here. There's a lot of nails too. I don't know what this is. Might be a pocket watch chain, or I don't know. Whatever it was silvered brass. Yeah, so old stuff. It's old stuff for Tennessee. Get back to it. I'm gonna try to live dig this. That's getting up there. That's the best signal I've had out here. I hope I don't hit it. See if we can live dig. It's hard. I need to get a holder or something. Make it easier on you guys too. It's not so bumpy. Yeah, I'm hoping this is a coin or something else good. Have been getting some aluminum foil that sounds pretty good like that. All right. Lovely day for it. Hope the weather holds. Sorry, I can get you focused there. Trying to do this with one hand is tough. All right. Usually find these things a bit quicker. That looks silver. That is silver, and I think that's early. Gonna get that cleaned up real careful, and I'll be right back. So I said if I got a piece of silver out of here, probably be good. Or if I got a coin out, it'd probably be good. And that one was silver. It's old. It's not American. That is a Spanish. I think it's a real or half real. Let's see if we can get it focused there. There we go. Hispania. It's got the Pillars of Hercules on the back, and on the front, I think I see a date of 1781. Yeah, so the first colonists to this area, the first settlers who were not native, were 1780. So if this coin is 1781, this is an early site for the region. This is super early. Kind of an odd spot for it to be tucked. But yeah. Now this coin could have been lost anytime in the next 50, 60 years. I think it wasn't until 1857 when the U.S. government made specie, that's just gold and silver of any sort, not legal currency. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Again, piece of Spanish silver. That's early. Just found another piece of that chain to whatever that was. Fingers crossed it's a coin purse. I don't think I'm going to be that lucky. But that came out right here. The real was right there. So, right next to it. Lots of signals. So, I thought that the site might extend into the woods next to the field. There's the field. Real was right out there. Lots of signals in here. There's a lot of stone. I don't see any foundations or anything. That might be something. I just got in here. Found a little silvered flat button. I think there's some silver on there. Cool. See what's in the woods. Maybe there'll be some shoe buckles or something that aren't all broken up by the plow. Step back out in the field. Thought I'd try some gridding. Those woods are thick and there's a lot of bedrock coming through. Flat button. Cool. Back at it. Another flat button. Just a few steps from the last one. Found a few musket balls about this caliber. This is the first one I think is probably dropped. It's not really deformed. Looks pretty good. Smaller caliber. Probably a Tennessee or Kentucky rifle. One of the frontiersman rifles. Anyway, it might have been a musket. I don't know. Still cool find. Let's do the finds wrap up. It was a pretty good hunt. I put that thimble in there because I hadn't got to show it on the other hunt, or I didn't have the other hunt made up. But yeah, that was a good find. I like that thimble, number 8, silver. Find of the day yesterday was that half real 1781 with King Charles the Third, I believe. It might be the 4th, I can't remember. But yeah, 1781, the mint mark on the back was the O over M. I know it's going to be hard to see in there. It's right up there. But yeah, that's Mexico City. So 1781 Mexico City mint mark. The first settlers to this area arrived by boat in 1780. So that's pretty early for the region. I'm happy with that find. Other things from that house site included these 5 flat buttons and that chain, which you got me, it's silvered. It was probably a pocket watch chain or something similar. Got the melted barber quarter. Can't get a date offer, but nice little piece of silver. You can see the fire damage on the back. Got some musket balls. Those are cool. A lot of smaller calibers. Those are probably Tennessee or Kentucky rifles. And then your regular random assortment of brass. Got some harmonica plates. You can see the reeds. Some denim pants buttons. Got real excited when I found that, but the thimble's aluminum. I can tell by the weight. It's just too light. I balled this little cap. I think it's off a child's tea set, which is pretty neat. And a little shell button. More random bits of brass. That's a spoon or fork. So yeah, pretty good day. 2 pieces of silver plus the thimble the day before at a different site. But super stoked about that. Yeah, half real. Haven't found one of those in years. At least the milled coinage. From some of my videos a little earlier, y'all probably saw the half real cobs. See if we can get a zoom in there. Yep, 1781. King Carolus the Third. And then we got the back there. There's the Mexico City mint mark. Right there, the O over M. So yeah, pretty good hunt all in all. Weather permitting and permission holding, I'm supposed to be looking for Civil War relics next hunt. I'll keep you posted, and thanks for watching.